That man says I need to be fast with this. So let's go. Hey, this is Silver Chupacabra, and we're here to look for some of those nickels. Yeah, we're here to make some good finds, and I'm hoping we're going to be able to do that. Let's see what holes we want to fill out here. We only have 3 left. It's been that way for the last couple ounces. Seems like it's getting closer and closer. 1950D, of course, the big kahuna of the Jefferson nickels. Not too many made there. I mean, 2 million is a lot, but still, finding it in a circulated box of nickels, tough finds. And so are these two. They're not that far behind, key date wise. 39D, 38S, folks. So, lots of things to find. We'd love to upgrade some things. You notice I'm not even going to show the Buffalo nickel collection tonight. I'm not a person who thinks about hokey luck or karma and all that stuff, but I'm going to go with this one time because it seems like ever since I started showing the Buffalo nickel collection book that we found nothing, Buffalo nickel wise at least. We've had a couple of semi-key dates, which I'd love to find more semi-key dates. Civil War nickels, always a deal. I think we've had 3. No, I don't think we've had 3 in a row. I think 3 out of the last 4 we've definitely had Civil War nickels. Always love getting those. We do have the whole collection of that now, at least in the primary. And if a stray V nickel or a variety or an error happens to pop up, we want them all. We're greedy that way. There's the box. Let's check it out. Yeah, the top enders are out for you to see. Let's go ahead and go over them together. It's kind of a little bit ahead. Looks like we got a couple of ones that are questionable there, but that's definitely looks like brand new. Oh, and also we'll be looking for the 2024s and holding on to those too, since those are going to be less minted this year. Did find one in the last nickel box. Did you see something over here? Oh yeah, I was gonna say there's a 2005. I was gonna say, do we see a die crack there? I do not see one. So speared bison, no. Kind of the usuals. We haven't really. I don't remember the last time something unusual popped up out of the enders. Might have even been that foreign one that had a bridge on it. Anyway, we all know what's happening here. It's this one we'll start out with. Roll number 1. That's a newbie. Wow, I wouldn't say that's too old either. Well, all the goodies must be inside. Let's find out. Okay, 3 rolls in. We have our first find. So far, by the way, a lot of the newer portraits. The one they started back in 2006, I believe. A lot of dirty nickels, by the way, too. Anyway, we've got a nice old one here. Almost the oldest Jefferson you can find, 39. You always want to make sure that that is the 3 and not the 5, and that is the 3. We need the key date Denver 39. And I'm going to tell you right now, this has a chance. This one's actually pretty darn good detail. All of the hair markings are there. I'm pretty stoked about this. This could be the deal. Well, the only way to go find out is if you actually check it out. And as you can see, we've got plenty of detail on Monticello. Oh my God. It is it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We have got the 1939D. I'm flabbergasted. I knew there was a chance for it with this one, but man, it is their 1939D. Finally, the Denver coin that really should have shown up early is finally here. Yes! Got it down to 2 openings in the collection book. Very awesome. Okay, roll 4 of this nickel box hunt. Trying to come down from that key date 39D. And we got a 48 in the roll. Nice. Some other potentials, I guess. 48 does have a semi-key date in the San Francisco minted version. Not bad detail, but you can see, unlike the 39D, you can see that it's missing some of the hair detail on the higher points, but we'll see. This actually has pretty good detail to it, too. There's a little line scratch across it. Definitely it could be a mint mark on this one. Not on this one, at least. So that's actually a pretty good version of a 48 Philadelphia with this much detail. That scratch does not make it look nice, but hey, can't always get them the way you want. Somebody said that, some philosopher. What was his name? Jag. 7th roll of this nickel box hint, and we've got another one in the 40s. 1949. So far away. A couple 40s, 130. It's a great start. Not that I don't like 50s, but hey, I do need a 50D, for heaven's sakes. This is 1 year off, by the way. The question is, it does have a chance of being a semi-key date. 49's minted in San Francisco. Although I would say the wear on this takes it out of contention. Yep, 49 Philly. One of those mid to late 40 tones that I always see on nickels and circulated boxes. Very cool. Onward we go. Okay, roll 8 of this nickel box hunt. We've got our 4th oldie find. Oh, wrong one. 1954. That'll be our youngest one to date on the old finds. So usually around here it's going to be a D, but we'll find out. Denver it is. 1954. Before I go on, I just wanted to show you. This is some of the. It's an example of some of the multicolor beauty that I've been seeing in some of these rolls. I cannot figure even the date out on this one yet. If it's an old one, I'll show it to you. Obviously, by the way, this is a 1964, but man, you wouldn't be able to tell with most of that. Hey, roll 10, and we've got our second 1948. This was an ender, by the way. The first one we got, I think it was just a Philadelphia, if I remember right. I have short-term memory problems and long-term memory. I have memory problems. Anyway, the detail there was all right, but it's definitely seen its days out on Circulation Road. Nope, it'll be straight out Philly. Well, Vince, that'll be the 5th find, and we go on to number 11. Okay, on to that second row 10, roll 11. Pronounce things. Very end of roll 11. You got a 46 has just shown up. It's toning. Definitely got a lot of wear on it. There are no semi-key or key dates. Not bad there, I guess. Definite wear, but I mean, it's got some detail. It's going to be Philly. Now we'll do a quick check for the henning notch. Rats. Foiled again. Anyway, pretty cool. That is fine, number 6. Pretty good through 11 rolls. So love to see that keep up. Okay, middle of roll 14. And we have, there we go, 1941 popping up. So far, it's been just a bunch of 40s, 130, that 39D, and the 154. Pretty good there. Let's go ahead. I think you might have already seen a mint mark, so there is a mint mark for this. 1941, minted in Denver. Very nice. Still a little bit left in this roll. And on to roll 21. Midway, maybe a little closer to the start. We have our second 50s nickel, 1956. A wry smile on Jefferson's face. Probably always there. If there is a mint mark, it will be a D. And it is a D in this case. 56 minted in Denver. So, on to roll 24. And we've got something down here in the roll. I was using my magnifying glass. Just kind of going through it. Something odd kind of came up right there. Does that look familiar? So say whatever it is, certainly has been worn up. Oh my, look at what is shown up. It's a buffalo nickel. A very worn buffalo nickel, but it is a buffalo nickel, folks. Very, very cool. It's been a while. You know, maybe that karma of not showing the buffalo nickel collection book helped out a little bit. I wonder why I did not see that in the roll. So let's check. See if it looks any different. Oh, take a look. I can't believe I missed that. Very thin, very rounded. Yep. I mean, that could be a Jefferson nickel too, but it's very, very worn. It's usually going to be something a little bit older. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Take a look at the reverse a little bit. See if it actually has a mint mark, or we can see a mint mark. Wow. There might be something there, but I'm going to tell you, it's a tough one to see. I might have to do a little bit of nickedating on that side. It probably means we're not going to see much on the other side either. But hope springs eternal. Oh yeah, she's wiped. Yeah, that one's seen better days, that's for sure. We'll do a quick scope, but something tells me that's not really going to help out either. Okay, so I have used some nicodate. I would actually say I probably have used too much. There is a point where if you do too much of it, it just starts jumbling stuff together. This thing was so far gone anyway. I believe it to be a 1919 Philly. The first nickodating showed the 19 a lot better than this one is going to show. There really is no amount of light or twisting that I can actually twist this in to see it now. Like I said, sometimes you can nicodate too much. The back of it, you can forget it. That Rim swallowed that mint markup, if there was one, and I kind of think there was, but man, there's really no evidence of it. So thinking and knowing are two different things. All right, 26 rolls in, just a little bit above or beyond halfway. And I think we have our 10th find of the box set. Or I know we have it. If I can actually just find it. As I fiddle around, thank you. 1954. We got a 1954 Denver minted nickel pop up earlier. That's what I usually find here. A bit of wear on that. And I forgot to cover it up anyway. Yep, Denver again. It seems to happen a lot for 54 and 56, I would say, living in the Denver metro. So anyway, still a lot to look at. Rule 31 of this box set. We actually finally have one of the older 50s. 1959. It's definitely a 5 there, not a 3. I already saw the mint mark come back, so we won't need to hide anything. D for Denver. Still a pretty good chunk of the roll left to look at. On roll 35 of this nickel box hunt, and we've got one of the older 50s, 1958. It'll probably be a Denver. And that is exactly what it is. 1958, minted in Denver. Onward we go. On roll 36 of this nickel box hunt. And I'm on the back end of this roll, and I just got shocked, so to speak. Take a look at that. Now, that is not a 58, folks. That is a 1938, and it is in stellar condition. Fact is, I have not seen a 38 for quite a while. It's been months. But early on, first coin we came out of this box hunt was a 39D key date, which is a hole filler for the collection. Could this be a 38S? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm expecting a mint mark on this. Look at this thing is in stellar condition. It's not uncirculated per se, but man, it might as well be. I cannot wait to unveil this. The back is in just as good a condition. If it's just a 38 Philly, it's going to be a nice 38 Philly, I'll tell you that right now. Do we get a mint mark? Oh my gosh, we don't. Wow. I'm as shocked as I was to see this pop out of the roll. I'm actually more shocked that there's no mint mark on this. The 39D was in decent shape, but it was questionable whether there'd be a mint mark or not. This one is screaming mint mark and doesn't get it. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. If I have a 38 in the primary as good as this, I would be shocked. It's going to go somewhere. Nice. Well, anyway, it was a bit of, what could I say here? Nervousness there for a little bit of anxiousness, but, that's the way it goes. On we go, on to roll 37. Okay, on to roll 39. And we have the 15th find of this box. Going on a pretty good angle with quantity, and we're getting some quality with it as well, which is cool. Got another 1948. I believe we've had two of these already. For a minute, that 8 looked like a 3, but it's like there's no way that's a 1943. Let's see. We do have a chance for a semi-key date if it is San Francisco. Always cool to find them. And it is. Wow. Unbelievable enough. There's another semi-key date. I get a lot of these 48 and 49 S's. It's pretty cool, actually. I would not have bid this for a 48S, too, because it's not necessarily in the best of conditions. But then again, we just had a 38 that's stellar, and it's Philly. Roll 40 of this box hunt, and we have got our 16th find, our 4th 1948. We need a D for the cycle. In other words, minted in Denver. Nice tone. Definitely could have a mint mark. We did just got a semi-key date S. I think a mint mark could show up here very easily. No, not in this case. Another Philly. That's 3 of them. This one's in pretty darn good condition. It's real quick. I saved this one, even though I'm going to put it back into circulation. Nice multicolored nickel here. It's 83. It's really nothing. But what's really interesting about this is on the rim. Looks like somebody had this. I'm not sure. I'm going to take it that's welding marks there. Somebody had this welded onto something. Interesting, I guess. Anyway, on we go. Roll 44 of this box set. 18th find is up to bat. I've already looked at it, by the way. It's pretty chopped up. Is the 57D. We have not had a 57D. This one, in this little movie, Jefferson's having a bad day. We did have a 1959D pop up, so that's why we were up to 18. Still roll 45. And we've got a roll to look at down here. And I'll preface this that I've already checked, so I've already seen a find here. But if you remember back in the day, I had mentioned something about I can kind of spot the older ones by the rim. And I think I made a blasé statement like, man, I'm doing it almost all the time. Which is not necessarily true. But I'm going to give you a choice. We got this one here, pretty thin. It's not rounded, but it's got a little bit of round, but it's got definitely that age look to it on the rim. Or this one right here. Not that one, but that one that I put my finger in front of. You make your choice. Which one do you think is going to be the Buffalo nickel? Now, if you chose this one, that's a no. Very thin, but in the 90s. And there are a lot of thin planchets in the 90s and the 2000s. I would put that out there. This one, definitely more rounded. It's got that aged look to me, or at least it did to me. And look at that. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. Let's just go ahead and pull it away from the deal here. It's a Buffalo nickel, folks. And if you remember the other one that's probably going to remain dateless, I'm going to check on it one more time when we're doing the wrap up. This one's a little bit bigger than the other one, and they're a little bit thicker. And you're seeing more detail here, less of the intrusion with the rim. So just by looking at that, we can tell, hey, there's no mint mark there. It just doesn't look like it. It's pretty dirty, too. I'm fully expecting a date on this, by the way. We'll find out. The second Buffalo nickel, guys. Woohoo! Yes. All because they did not show the show the catalog book. So you can tell right now it's in the 20s. It's not the date's not sitting out there all bright and cheery, by the way. But it is in the 20s. 1927, Philadelphia. I do not know whether we have one of these or not, but I love it. Love the date, too. Let me just say, the rim is intruding a little bit more on this side. Definitely know that there's no two feathers here. If you can see this feather here, that's the third feather. If it's missing, yes, that would be a variety. Anyway, cool find. 1927, Denver. Love it. Roll 47 of this box, huh? And we have hit the 20 mark. And we hit it at the very end because we do not have anything else to actually look at from this roll. 1946. We had one earlier. I can't remember if that had a mint mark or not. Something tells me it like had a D or something. Anyway, this one is seen it rough. I'm fully expecting no mint mark on this one. But I've been full before. No semi-key or key dates here. And no mint mark. Which means, of course, we can look for Mr. Henning's notch. Which I do not see anything on the right-hand tail of the R there. Which means probably no. We'll wait, of course, in the end. 5.3, 5.4, I think that's right. Most nickels, they're measuring at 5. Almost right on the dot. Somewhere around there. Anyway, that's it. Roll 48 coming up. That is the end of our nickel box hunt, or the current one at least. Let's go right to it and check out the finds. This was a very good quantity and quality find box hunt. Very cool. 41 Denver, minted in Denver, of course. We also had a couple 46s minted in Philadelphia. Look at all the 48s minted from Philadelphia. We do have another 48. I'll show you that in a little bit. 1949 Philadelphia. A couple of 54s Denver. A 56 from Denver. A 57 from Denver that's been beaten up. Not by Mike Tyson or Jake Paul, by the way, because there ain't no way that much damage gets done by either one of those guys after watching that fight on last Friday. 58 Denver, or a couple of 58s Denver, and the 59s Denver. So, pretty cool set there. And here are our qualities. And we'll start out with the undated Buffalo nickel, which I now have figured out. You might be able to barely see it. As I had mentioned before, usually one time with a nickel date will do. I've probably done this 4 times. And the only reason I did it a second time, by the way, was because that last digit was not clear and it kind of clouded things up. Well, anyway, I went through and did it one more time here before this. And you may or may not be able to see it. It's 1919. The mint mark, are you kidding me? If there is a mint mark, it was eaten up by wear on the rim a long time ago. So we'll just go with 1919. Philly on that one. Found this one late. No mint mark, but we do have a date on that one, that's for sure. 1927. So 2 Buffalo nickels. Got back into the Buffalo nickel game. This one I am still shaking my head at. 1938. It's immaculate. Maybe it's uncirculated. I think that would be questionable, but it's got everything. And the fact that this had no mint mark, literally stunned that it did not. Usually when you have something in this great a condition, somebody accidentally left it in a circulated box, and it's from a coin collection. Not to say that this isn't from a coin collection, by the way. You could have a 38 Philadelphia that looks like this. Anyway, it is immaculate. I suspect this will upgrade whatever I've got in the 38. I don't think I've ever found one that's in that good a condition. Be looking for the DDO or the Q. Is it the QDO on that one? Here's the big find, the biggest find about it. Well, the other ones are pretty cool. The fact that when I turned this one over, the 39, that it had that D mint mark. Key date, yep, we're going to fill a hole. And then I forget when we got this one. I didn't think it was going to be much of anything, really. It's another 48, just like the other ones. Definitely wearing the hair. I'm trying to think of another rhyme. I've got that Dr. Zeus stuff in my head. Anyway, it's a semi-key date, S. So very cool. Nice finds. We will be looking through all of this for varieties. And we'll be back with the collection books as well. On to the collection books. No varieties were found, so we're just going to go right to it. We'll take a look at the upgrader first, which I thought at least should have had a mint mark, whether it be D or S, but did not. 1938, Philadelphia. There's the new date for the upgrade on that. Very, very cool. As you can see, one left there because, whoops, kind of went the wrong way on that. Fill it up. 39 Denver. Very, very cool. There's only one more left, that 38S, which, man, it would have been nice to have gotten. And, of course, the 50D. That's it. Two more left, and a little over a month to get them. It would be really nice to get them for the end of the year. I'm not going to put a lot of money in stocks and lotto for that to actually happen, because it probably will not. But hope springs eternal. That dumbass, sorry with the A word there. That dumb saying gets used too much, but anyway. I'll probably just edit that part out. That dumb saying doesn't work here. But anyway, very cool hunt. We had 20 finds, plenty of quality. Those are the kind of one box hunts I love. They're very cool. Onward we go. Pennies are up next. Let's say having a great week or weekend wherever you are, and be safe out there. See you later.